Hi guys, welcome back to SwitchUp. A big thanks to Merge Games with Spirit of the North who have sponsored this video. If you enjoy the content, then consider sticking around. We're going to be giving away a code to probably my favourite or second favourite game on the Nintendo Switch in our sales video on Sunday, so do stick around for that. We're going to look at the games coming this week, the most interesting ones. Right, let's get on with it. First up, and it's Fury Unleashed from Awesome Games. Now it describes itself as a combo-driven roguelite platformer where you shoot your way through the pages of an ever-changing comic book. Yes please. So you explore the pages of a living comic book where ink is your most valuable resource and each room is a comic book panel. It's got a gameplay impacted combo system, so as you kill enemies quickly enough, the combo meter will be shooting up and your player getting more powerful. There's a variety of different difficulty modes, which is always nice to see. But the best thing for me is the fact that it has co-op, and local co-op at that. There's a touch of strategy here. You can choose your hero's skills based on the type of playstyle that you have. And another nice thing is that this isn't just procedural generation through and through. It's got a mixture of handcrafted and procedural, which is a nice touch, as well as 40 boss fights. This looks like an absolute belter. 17 quid, but there is a downloadable demo right now if you want to go and check it out. This one drops on the 8th.
Spirit of the North is a 3D adventure game which sees you making your way across stunning landscapes on an emotionally fueled journey. You will discover the mysterious Spirit Fox as she guides you across a land left in ruin, and you'll discover more about the ancient civilization that once inhabited it in a story told through emotion and not words. You will need to solve a variety of environmental puzzles, with each shaping the world as you play and granting you further access to new areas. You will even find yourself having ancient powers bestowed upon you by the Guardian of the Northern Lights, boosting your abilities and assisting you in getting further on in your journey. With an original orchestral soundtrack consisting of 14 compositions, a beautiful landscape to savour and secret collectibles to find, this is definitely a journey worth taking. Spirits of the North is out on the Switch on the 7th of May and costs £19.99, €20.99, $24.99 or $31 Australian dollars 50. It also comes with an introductory discount of 20% off, which will last until the 20th of May in the US and the 21st elsewhere.
There's some really cool little titles coming this week actually. We've got Super Mash from Digital Continue next, which says it's a game that makes games. You mash together two game genres and it will produce or generate a completely unique new game each time. And then you can challenge your mates online to high scores. I mean, that's very, very cool. It says the possibilities are endless. Well, it would, wouldn't it? It's not going to say the possibilities are quite limited. You can pick two genres or the same genre and watch the game create a completely unique game each time. Glitches and dozens of goals and obstacles change up the gameplay to make every jump and shot meaningful. Plus, with 3 difficulty modes, you can choose how much of a challenge to expect. Interesting. There are 6 different game genres to choose from. You've got platformer, action-adventure, shmup, shoot-'em-up, Metroidvania, stealth and JRPG. Man, a shmup JRPG. Yes please. You can then go and customise the games that are generated. It drops on the 8th as well, and it's around about 16 quid. Okay, next up is a game called Feathery Ears. I'm not going to lie, I was ready to destroy the title. I was going to just cane it. But then I read the blurb and I thought, do you know what? That's not cool, Mark. That's not cool. It says that Ashley Dengra is a 9th grade artist with a sketchbook to doodle, and she's doodled the original characters in this game. Mainly the main protagonist, Miso Iko, the green-haired, feathery-eared fire sword girl with a great fluffy green tail. And that the soundtrack as well was produced by one person, and it sounds quite catchy. It's got a shifting mechanic that we've seen in some higher budget games where they go from full 3D to a side-scrolling perspective. And while it looks quite simplistic, I mean, it's a freeform 3D platforming action game. When games are made out of love, and you know, it's very difficult to make a 3D title with a small team. I can't hate on that. I've got to give that some credit. So while it might not look to be the greatest game ever, you got to respect the process that's gone into making it. Oh man, I think this whole list is just created for Glen. The next game is called Hunt Down from Coffee Stain. And I think it was a game that Glen described as his ideal combination of elements. And it looks amazing. It's like a side-scrolling run and gun that's got the 80s just refined into every part of its character. I mean, the character names are amazing. You've got like Anaconda. It's got that hand-painted 16-bit pixel art style that excels so far above some of the nonsense that we see produced on the Switch. You've got like near future, cyberpunks. There's co-op here as well. Oh, the music sounds delightful. The voiceover's great. This looks brilliant. It drops on the 12th.
That's why she can take it away so easily.
I'll blow your head off!
Her jacket size says 38. Special. And her favorite smell is fear.
Die!
Next up then, it's not a franchise that I particularly enjoy in all honesty, but it is a popular one. It's the Super Mega Baseball series. We've got the third game coming out on the 13th that looks to have a number of improvements over the last one, which I believe Chicken Perm reviewed on our channel and he really enjoyed it. There are 14 different quite detailed ballparks to play in that have their own day and night cycle conditions that you can choose as well. There's a bit of a Mighty Ducks element here where you'll guide your own team from rags to riches over different seasons in their new franchise mode that has individual player development, aging, retirement. This could be a brilliant game for fans of baseball in general, really, particularly with the current global situation. And I don't know if it's the same in America, but all of our sports games have been cancelled, so yeah, this might be the one. There's a global leaderboard here as well, and obviously 2 to 4 player online or 1 to 4 player local gameplay. It's quite expensive at around about 34 quid, but I think it's quite a premium experience and the franchise is much loved. Okay, next up then we've got Island Saver from from the National Westminster Bank. This is NatWest. This is my bank making a game for kids. My word, it's completely free and it drops on the 13th. Let's have a little read. A group of amazing islands need your help. Horrid plastic waste has washed up and you need to sort it out with your trusty trash blaster. Oh, what fresh hell is this? Features: tropical jungles, the icy Arctic, dusty deserts, volcanoes, blah 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 blah. 42 Bankimals to save. They're trying to brainwash my kids into banking with NatWest. Find Bankimals you can ride and use their powers to access new areas. Keep Kiwi to find his missing eggs. Collect coins and discover spending, saving and more. Wonder what the interest rate is. Good lord. It describes itself as an adventure, education, action, first person shooter. I wonder what it's educating them on. Well, it's completely free and I'm not gonna lie, the screenshots look semi-decent. One game I'm really looking forward to is Oddworld Munchies Odyssey. Now, if you're not familiar with the Oddworld series, it's a 2D side-scrolling one originally, where it had puzzle elements and had a touch of Lemmings about it as well. It was great, really cool, and then it went to 3D, and not everyone really appreciated that move. This is the 3D title, so it tries to capture a few different elements, including still that puzzling, but just took a bit more of an adventure approach. The game's always found you trying to rescue your fellow test subjects, and this one's no different. But this time round, you'll be teaming up with not just Abe, who's the original guy from Abe's Odyssey and Abe's Exodus, but Munch himself as they go about that task. What was a shame back then, and still a shame now, was the fact that you have this co-op duo, but you can't actually play the game with that person. So it's just a single player experience only. Now that being said, they're launching with a 33% discount, which takes the price down to £17.99, but an original price of 26 quid? Really? Yeah. This right here. This is the game. This is the game. Iron Fury from 1C Entertainment and 3D Realms, and running on a hyped up version of the original build engine that we remember from 20 years ago. Oh my freaking goodness. This is a successor and a true successor to Duke Nukem 3D, Shadow Warrior and Blood. Oh my goodness. It's only 16 quid. There's a physical release as well that's coming out on the 26th of June on the Switch. I'm pretty much lost for words. I didn't know this was coming. It's 100% fully handcrafted by the guys that made Duke Nukem. There's no procedural generation, there's no roguelite. Like, this is the real deal. You can duck, jump, climb, swim, and blast your way through all of the 7 different zones. The soundtrack sounds, it sounds so good. There's tons tons of hidden areas, all those hidden walls that you used to run into and try and find. Oh my word, this is incredible. This alone makes this an amazing week. It's 18 certificate as well, so you can expect just, yes, this is great. I'm so excited, I'm sorry. And it's Cyberpunk. Oh, yeah. I'm lost for words. I'm going to go pre-order it. See you later. Next up then, we've got TT Isle of Man Ride on the Edge 2. The first one on the Switch was brilliant. They did a great job. It's probably the best motorbike racing game, and you've also got the motorbike and sidecars on the Nintendo Switch. The graphics were good, the performance was decent. Unfortunately, we didn't get around to reviewing this one, but we do have a review code of the second game, and hopefully we can find some time to get something out for you. It's £53.99, so it's like the top of the top in terms of being a premium price. The track itself, it's like one 60-kilometer humongous track split into sections. There are 18 different motorbikes, including the classic models that I mentioned with the sidecar. In this one, there's 17 additional tracks, as well as a couple of pre-order bonuses as well, including the Ducati 900, which is the 1978 Mike Hailwood version, as well as a newcomer pack. So I don't know what that has in it, but yeah. If you're interested in this, then it drops on the 14th. Okay, last up on the official 10 of our choices is Hatsune Miku Project Diva the Mega Mix, which is launching at 34 quid, which doesn't sound too bad for a Sega title. It is a rhythm game, if you're unfamiliar, where you have the option of two different playable modes. You've got traditional button control based, which is the arcade mode, or the new motion control based mix mode, designed specifically, for the Switch, I guess, with the Joy-Con. You've got over 100 different songs to choose from and bust some moves with, and there's a ton of new customization. So you've got 300 costumes, different t-shirts, all sorts that you can edit, and you can create your own playlists as well. Probably the best time this could have released, really, isn't it? It's quite an active thing, good fun for the family to get involved with. It is a bit of a shame that it doesn't have dedicated multiplayer. It is single player only, but I think it's still the kind of thing you can get your kids on. Hopefully we'll be able to give this some more coverage. Okay, so that's our highlights for the week. There are a couple of games that we haven't been able to properly highlight that I just want to talk about very briefly. We've got one called Colat from Imagination, which looks like a very cool adventure I don't know if it's survival, I don't know what it is really. One thing that is awesome is that it's narrated by Sean Bean, Sharp himself. It describes itself as an immersive exploration experience. It's got a chilling atmosphere and tension, and a self-made story by the player. This is quite intriguing, isn't it? Powered by the Unreal 4 engine, and it's only a short one, about 4 to 6 hours, and it's only 13 quid. This could be a really interesting little game. There's Dungeons of the Endless also coming out on the same day, which is like dungeon defense and roguelike combined. So there's another interesting formula there. You create your own band of heroes, you're building up your defences, and you gradually have to fight your way back to the surface. Looks interesting that, about 14 quid. And then finally you've got Emma Lost in Memories, which is £7, drops on the same day, which is almost like a continuous runner, where you'll be controlling the jump, dash and climb abilities to keep her alive. Looks interesting enough, it's very cheap as well. And that also drops on the 15th. So that's it for this week. A big thanks to Merge for sponsoring this video. Please do go and check out the links down in the description to support us and support them and look at their new game. We do have a review of that one on the channel as well. And yeah, thanks to all of you who watch. We might have a bit of a big one for our sales video on Sunday, as it's our weekly giveaway. So do make sure you subscribe to be a part of that one. We have one of my favourite games on the Nintendo Switch to give away this week. Yes, please. For all things Switch, all the time, keep it Switch up. Cheers, guys. See ya!